Hey guys, it's WolfSwag here doing our first deck video. It's actually going to be my own personal deck. It's called Tengu Salvo Chaos. I absolutely love it. I've been playing with it over a month now, and which is actually a really long time for me. So okay, let's get started. As I said, it is Tengu, so it does the first three. I absolutely love Tengu. I wouldn't be playing this game without it. It just the combos you do with it, it's great. I love it. A lot of people say, "Oh, Tengu, it's such a cop out. Everyone plays Tengu." Well, I don't care. I love it. Next, I did say it was a Salvo deck. I played two black Salvos. What happens here is you get a Koichi, Special Summon, go for level 7. It's great, but you have to have a Koichi engraved. As I said, 3 Koichis. A lot of times you do set for early game to set up for later. And the Koichis are where it's at. So I also set another monster, but I'll be saying that a little bit. Armageddon Knight. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. Dumps the dark. Usually the Koichi sets up for big plays later with bigger monsters. But I usually will be setting sending out the Koichi or something like that. Summoner Monk. This is one of my iffy cards. I like it, but a lot of times I don't use it more than I do. I only bring it out to say I needed to dump a Koichi, and I'll drop the Armageddon Knight, drop into Koichi or Plague, which I'll be talking in a second. Or if I need the Reborn, I have it drawn, but I usually open up with Reborn or somehow get it. Play Sweat, I just mentioned this. I do play Salvo, so, Armageddon Knight, drop Plague, Special Summon, Synchro Brionac if I'm ever in trouble, but most of the times I wait for him when I get Tengu on the field or something like that, just so I can go, Synchro spam. Also to help that out is Glow Bulb. I love Glow Bulb. Again, I do put Tengu first because Tengu is, a lot of times how I win the game. So, Tengu, Glow Bulb, TG Librarian, Magic Android, Catastor, whatever. That's gonna end up with my normals, or my darks, I guess, in Glow Bulb and Reborn. But two Raikos. As I said, I do set a lot. I like to throw the darks in grave. It does set up for my boss monsters. Yeah, Raiko. It's light. I need light, so. Then it goes Effect Failure. Everyone plays Effect monsters, so obviously Effect Failure is going to be where it's at. Right now, I think it's a necessity. I played over Maxi and Crow, so, as it is, Effect Failure is going to be where it's at. And if I had to mention, it's going to be light. Blackluster Soldier. These are my boss monsters. Blackluster Soldier being the main one. Who doesn't play Blackluster, or who doesn't want to play Blackluster? Because I absolutely love it. I've loved it since IOC, and, as long as it's legal, I'm going to play it. Dark Arm Dragon. I play plenty of darks. I can easily find room or ways to get it on the field. I have a lot of graveyard manipulation, so he's not a problem. My last boss monster is something I actually get a lot of crap for. I think it's great. I have changed a lot of people's opinion on it, and it basically makes me win a lot. So last one's Dark Smorg. As I said, or I don't know if you said, Dark Samorg is basically hits that last chunk of damage, and it's a huge chunk. He makes a deck, as bad as say it, Saki and OTK-ish, because, I'll get the, Reborn, Glow Bulb, and then drop Dark Armed, and, basically poop on you, and I clear your backfield Dark Armed, and then I just drop the Dark Samorg with the drop the Reborn. So, love Dark Samorg. His effect is okay. I mean, you don't set. I usually win if I play Dark Samorg, because as I said, I use it for that last bump in damage. And plus, he's a big beater. He gets over most synchros, I think, except for Scrap Dragon. So, love Dark Samorg. One thing I like to do with Dark Samorg is, if I ever have an extra Tengu in hand, and let's say the Plague Spurter one, put on top of your deck synchro, but I love to dump with Armageddon Knight, put him in the graveyard, and then drop one of my extra Reborn Tengus with another Dark, and special them on the field, and people are just like, what the hell are you doing? But I absolutely love it. it's won me plenty of games that way. So that's my monster lineup. It's pretty solid. I really like it. The only things I said, Dark Simorgh, Summoner Monk are the only ones that I'm a little iffy about. Onto my magics or spells. Book of Moon, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. I mean, who doesn't play these? These are self-explanatory. Semi-staples, you know, everyone plays them. Pot of Avarice. I do play Tengu. I like to throw cards back in my deck, especially Tengu. If unfortunately I'm not playing these back, I am running into trouble because I'm putting back my lights and darks, and for these guys, that's not that great. Foolish Burial. Again, I do play Salvo. I also play the two Plague Spreader and Glow Bulb. Basically throwing something in. Mind Control has been seeing a lot more play recently, simply because everyone's playing synchro decks and exceeds are popular. So Mind Control, take your monster, lol. Allure of Darkness. I like Allure of Darkness. I play plenty of darks. I can play it. Draw power. Weirdly enough, I drop Summoner Monk the most. Because if I have him out, he's probably dead. If I have him in hand, he's either dead or I just don't want to play him right yet. Next is 3 MSTs. A lot of people say that I should be playing 2. I like a triple MST simply because, as I said, I do OTK a little bit. So I need to clear the backfield, and I might drop it down to 2 because I do hate opening up with double MST in hand, and just, you know, it sounds great in some decks like Heroes and stuff, but when it comes down to it, I don't want, you know, I want the powerful monsters in hand. And that's the Pot of Duality. Searches out big monsters. You know, I do special summon a lot, but I do set a lot with the Raikos and the Koichi, so there's always that one turn, or even with Armageddon, that one turn where I'm going to be playing pot, and I'm just going to be setting up. And plus, first turn pot is just shenanigans. Reinforcement of the Army. With Reinforcement of the Army, I have 2 targets. A lot of people are saying, you know, it's not a good idea, but I don't care. Those 2 targets are, you know, are 2 main pieces of my deck, and I need to get it out fast. You know, a lot of people say, why don't you just play the 3rd Armageddonite? Well, I'd rather, you know, than to deck out 2 cards than do that. And plus, I always play pot, so I could always get that Armageddonite back to my deck. This is my last 2 magics are something I'm really iffy about. Creature Swap and Enemy Controller. I'm trying to play 2 of each because I'm kind of weird like that. I don't want to play 1-on-1, but Enemy Controller has been seeing a lot of play, especially with Scapegoat lately, but I can hit basically cards on the field and like Black Salvo and getting to Koichi, Enemy Controller taking their monster, synchroing, or Creature Swap just taking their monster. If you saw in the duel video, I've won because of Creature Swap. I don't know why people aren't playing it more. I play it in every deck. I absolutely love it, but I'm trying to figure out which one I want to play 2 of. But as of right now, I can't decide because they're both doing so much work. That's gonna end my magics. Now traps. Mind Crush. Everyone searches. I think everyone is playing this card. It's that or Trap Dust Shoot. I prefer Mind Crush because, you know, I'm gonna know the monster and it's good all game. Like yeah, you might have to be a little patient, but I think it's better than Trap Dust Shoot. And the last is my Triple Compulse, which I play in most decks this format. Not because I'm afraid of the MSTs or something like that. I just like the card. I've played it ever since it came out. The chain ability. A lot of people play Synchros exceeds, so you know, clears the field. It's great. We're just going to talk about a little bit things that, you know, people have said, you know, why don't I play these? But traps, you know, why aren't you playing backfield? You know, you see that you have a little bit of you know, someone's going to hit you and they can hit you hard. Well, that's fine. I don't mind that. I usually can bring out big monsters. So as of right now, I'm not going to be playing the backfield because one, and plus my lineup is pretty solid. I do have some open spaces, but I do like playing the 40 card decks. So we'll see. I haven't really tested them out, but as of right now, I like my trap lineup. The 3rd Tengu. I mean, not 3rd Tengu. 3rd Black Salvo. I like Black Salvo. The deck is called Black Salvo, but The third one is overkill. A lot of times I'll draw it opening hand, and I haven't explained what my opening hands look like usually, but Black Salvos can be dead draws first turn. I like them at later game, and I have to have Decoichi and Grave. So as of right now, I don't like the third one. I usually don't play 3 cards unless I want it at all times during the game. So don't play the third DeSalvo. Gores. A lot of people are telling me play Gores. I believe Gores is only used, it's good late game, but mid, front game, right when the first, things start happening, I don't believe Gores is that good, simply because as I said, I do OTK, so with Gores, I don't really, he's not as fast as Dark Simorg. Like, I can special summon Dark Simorg anytime I want, and then attack, so Gores is it right now, he's a little slow, I'd rather play Dark Simorg. Chaos Sorcerer. Why don't I add more Chaos monsters? Right now I only play 4 Darks. I do like Chaos Sorcerer, but unfortunately with Chaos Sorcerer, he's just gonna add on to my, my hand, my big monsters. And I guess I can talk about the hands I open up. The hands I open up with are sometimes just great. Fact Veiler, Armageddon Knight, Reborn Tengu, some magics, and like a boss card. I already know that I opened up great, and I'm ready, and basically I'm going to be winning a little bit. Though, sometimes I just open up like terribly. Like I open up Blackluster, Dark Armed, Black Salvo, Compulse, and MST are 2, and I just don't want that Chaos Sorcerer making that worse. So as of right now, Chaos Sorcerer is a no-no. Janek Sally Birdman. I just heard this recently. I'd never even thought of it. Summoning Black Salvo, bring back Decoichi, special summon him, Synchro, or Blacklist Soldier, special summon Blacklist Soldier again. Love it. I'm going to be playing it. I'll be trying out some point, and it's great. My synchros, they're very generic. You have the blah blah blah. Some things specials I play are Android to get that third level 5. I don't like to bring out Catastor or Brionac too early. Double Black Rose, I do 7 a lot. So Scratch Archine, I love Scrap Archine, kills most synchros pretty easily. Ancient Fairy Dragon, you see a lot of Grave Hebrews and Draconides, and when Dark Worlds come out, you're going to have Gate of the blah blah blah, Gate of the Dark World, whatever, and Graphic can't kill him, so that's going to end up with my, my special synchros, I guess. So, yeah, thank you for my first deck video. Stay tuned for more.